What's up, everybody?
Yo, what is going on?
I don't know what Johnny's doing, but we'll find out.
Yeah, he's got a smirk on his face. I'm interested.
But first, I'm fixing my mic. This is being stupid right now. How about them heads, baby?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Who would have thought that
Yeah.
after like 10 years of it being the Broncos and Patriots like as the top teams in the AFC that we'd be right back there.
All I'm saying is Peyton needs to be call Peyton. Get that boy back on the field.
No, we're good. We're good.
Are you though? Are you?
Sean Payton thinks we're just fine. We'll see.
Oh, and they thought it was a walk in the park because we had the easiest schedule throughout the course of the year.
You guys did have a pretty easy schedule, man.
Doesn't mean we weren't a good team. Doesn't mean we weren't a good team.
Exactly. They said the same thing about the Broncos last year.
Evil Empire is back, baby.
We got 5 years of reprieve from this nonsense in New England.
And now we're back. And Josh Allen fucked it up again in Buffalo.
That's what he does. Josh Allen.
No, he didn't. I'm sorry. That was not a pick.
No, it was. And it was.
It was a good weekend.
I want to know why it wasn't at least reviewed.
Well, they did a review that not on the field. They did a review from
New York.
From New York.
They didn't review that. There was no stoppage to review it.
That play took like 3 minutes from the time that play went on until they did another play.
All right.
They even did call the timeout. They definitely took a look.
We're going to do our own review here of the dudes and belts. Was that a catch? Raise your hand.
There we go.
It was a pick. It was not a pick. I'm sorry.
All right. Was
Dez
that
caught the ball.
last play pass interference though? That got him in field goal range.
The first one was questionable. The second one, there was no doubt.
The second one wasn't. He hugged him. And then he's going to pay a nice little fine, too, for spiking his helmet in front of the referee.
Yeah. But let's also not forget the fact that when Bills first got the ball in the overtime, when he should have been, that should have been a safety. Our guy was absolutely getting, and he wasn't just getting held, he was getting tackled in the end zone.
Coming from someone that played D1 tackle, the best block is an uncalled hold.
Yeah.
All right.
Should have been a safety.
What's up, Hunter? What's up, Brian? What's up, Queen? What's up, Mr. Fourth Row? What's up, Mr. Reyes? How we doing? Like the new setup, but why is Lucas' camera angle so bad?
What's wrong with the camera angle? It's the same camera angle I always have. It's
technically.
Maybe Eric Reyes needs, we need to hit him in the head so his eyes are working better.
Hey.
I don't know. Damon tried to adjust his head.
We have requested, or we got a request for Mr. Reyes to come back on the show. And once we get all caught up with everything tonight, we're going to set a date and we're going to have a member of the law office on the show.
I'm fine. Eric
just
Reyes,
for you. Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
Perfect.
And actually, you know what? I have been paying attention to charge and all that stuff recently. So I decided to throw you a little bone, Lucas. All right. So when we get to the intros, I'll show you. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Recharge over here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. I am your host, Johnny Deathdrop. And we got a very busy night. Very busy night. We got the NRW Classic to go over that happened a couple weeks ago. And we also got episodes 480 and 481, which will probably congeal together to one overall discussion. But before we get into that, let's introduce the panel. Of course, on the right, he is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine. He is the one and only Coast Crusader.
What's going on, everybody? We had so much to talk about. We had an all-week final. We have an NRW champion. We have bubbles and battle axes. What more could you want?
And on the bottom, he is your resident encyclopedia of Rocky Mountain Pro. The voice of Charge, of course, but now officially ranked number 3 amongst CMS journalists at RMB. He is the one and only Lucas Bradwell.
Moving on up.
Moving on up, baby. Moving on up.
Up to the east side. But here we are. Yeah, so you can not number 3. That's ridiculous. This sign says I'm number 1. That's all that matters. But you're absolutely right, Coastal. We had everything this past week. Actually, the past couple weeks have been awesome. NRW Classic was absolutely gonna go down in the history books as one of the all-time greats. So much to talk about, and can't think of 2 better guys that I would love to have a discussion with than my guys from the East Coast.
We might have to do a bet before the end of the show, Lucas. We might have to have a gentleman's bet for next weekend.
Yeah, I'd feel a lot better if Bo Nix was playing. I kind of think this is kind of a coordination of the Patriots, but I might.
It always is, Lucas. It always is.
Yeah.
Spygate, Deflategate, Bo Nix ankle gate.
Yeah. Bo Nix ankle gate. It's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, it was the second and last play of OT. If he just planted correctly when he threw the pass, it would have been okay.
Did you see the play? He did plant correctly. He had a 300-pound man drive his face mask into his ankle.
Yeah, well. Welcome to football. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It happens.
It is true. It does happen a lot.
Let's see. So it's close. So I can't tell. What are we talking about here in chat?
Talking about our camera angles.
Oh.
Apparently, me and Coastal are reversed.
What am I too crooked for them? Like,
no, he's saying
we
our
go this
camera
way?
our camera angles are reversed. He says yours is too,
Oh,
Johnny. I don't know why that is, but
no, actually, this is the right way. I think.
yeah, left.
I'm raising
right,
my
left, right.
Yeah, my right. There's my left, right, left. I think we're good.
We can fix this. I think. I have never tried it.
I didn't even know we were backwards. We're mirrored? How do we get mirrored?
I don't know. Oh, boom.
What did you do?
You go into your camera settings. Go on you click your face, and then you see the 3 lines next to your name. Oh, the 3 dots. Click that, and then go to video settings. And then all the way down at the bottom, there's a button that says mirror camera.
There we go. That's weird. It's real weird.
Oh, okay. Here.
Those belts are over this
shoulder.
There it is. Oh, yeah, that's all. That's weird.
There it is.
All right. But now, see that? Well, that looks more weird. It looks weird in my end because I'm used to the others. I've always been
this
that
angle,
way.
actually, Lucas.
Are you? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
because of the posters that you have in the back.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you can see the poster there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, let's get down to business. We got a lot to talk about here, so let's get to it. Go and start with the NRW Classic. All right, we might as well start off with the women's bracket, the first round. Now, the way for anybody who hasn't seen yet, and I should say this ahead of time here, it's not out to the public yet, so these are technically spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, I would either mute or go do something else until we hit charge. Because we're going to be going over all the results and all that stuff during this portion of the show. I don't know when it's going to be out to the public. I have no idea. I wish I had info for that for you guys, but I don't, fortunately. So, be as what it is. It will be out to the public at some point soon. But let's get to the bracket here. It's fatal 4-way matches for a couple rounds until you hit the final 4, and then it's the same thing on the men's side too. Although I think the women's had a second chance opportunity for a triple threat match.
It did, yes.
So the losers of the first round ended up going into a losers bracket, I guess you could say, for a chance to have another opportunity to get into the final 4, which is the final match for each side of the tournament. Well, actually, for the women's tournament side of the tournament. So the first round pitted C-Rex versus Paradise versus Big Daddy Mo and a returning Midnight, because Trina was not available to go during this match, I believe.
Correct.
So give us your thoughts on this first round matchup here.
I mean, I thought it was quite interesting to see Midnight and C-Rex in the same ring. That's something that piqued my interest, and I think we a little stare down there at the end. But I mean, C-Rex is a force. I mean, we see later on in NRW what it takes to really beat C-Rex, but especially in the first match of a tournament, if you're going up against a fresh C-Rex, Lucas, that's an unstoppable force when she's fresh and strong and not frustrated. The anger gets a little bit better of her from time to time, I've noticed.
It does. She is she's a hothead. What more can you say? She believes that she's the most dominant, and when she isn't able to put that on display, it irritates the hell out of her, and she wants everyone to know about it. But she shows her dominance in this match, but it was also good to see Midnight back. Midnight's very impressive, as we know from our days of covering Ignition back in the Wimmer. That she was quite the force back then. Good having her back. So a lot of interesting storylines in both of these first round four-way matches, but this one was a good one. It had a little bit of everything.
All right, moving on to the men's first round. And you're going to start to see a trend as we get through all these matches here. What kind of shaped up to be the final four, which honestly, as not a fan of this group, I was very happy to see the outcome of the final four for the men's. Not going to lie. I enjoyed them beating the holy hell out of each other. That was good to see. We had Caden Koyama versus Nikki Hyde, who is brand new to RMP, I believe, versus Stanley Logan and Jack McCready.
Yeah, when I first saw the jar in this, I was like, well, Nikki is the wild card because we don't know what we're getting. Stanley Logan was a dark horse. I was like, man, if Caden's got to look out for anybody in this match, it's Stanley. And this was a high intensity match, right, to open the bracket up. Even, as much as he stood on business, he did a pretty good job tonight too. McCready did, or I'm sorry, back at NRW. I watched it again today, so it's fresh in my mind. But I mean, Koyama's been on such a roll. Even though Koyama did lose the charge title to Draper, still, I think it awoke another hunger in him. It wasn't about retaining anymore. Now it's the chase again. And Koyama loves the chase, man. He went after that charge title. He wanted, he defended it. Now he's chasing this. Comes out on top again. Man, Lucas Koyama. Wow.
Koyama is a performer, man. He rises to the biggest occasions on the biggest stages. That's what he does. He's Mr. Every Night. So, doing this was on New Year's Day. Think about just everything that this event had going on. And he was able to step up. I was impressed, even though he didn't, have a lot of opportunity to shine in this match. But Nikki Hyde, I've heard a lot about him. He's been a force here in the Rocky Mountain region and in the state of Colorado. But he knows, just like most everyone else around this area knows, that if you really want to prove yourself, Rocky Mountain Pro is the place to do it at. And so he's decided that this is where he's going to do his training. This is where he's going to make a name for himself. And to have your debut on a pay-per-view, that's, that takes quite a bit. And although he didn't come out victorious in this occasion, I think Nikki Hyde's got a future for him, the stupendous one, as he calls himself. So we'll see about Nikki Hyde moving on in the future. And you made a point about Stanley Logan being a dark horse. I think I kind of had him as a dark horse as well. I think that if Stanley Logan is focused, he's got a potential to be a guy that holds gold here at Rocky Mountain Pro. I really think he can be that guy. But his problem is he gets to where he sees this over here, and then he gets involved in Enrique Calderon's stuff and everything. So he's got to stay focused, I believe, if he wants to achieve his goals.
All right. And we'll be talking about Jack McCready more as the night goes on, because he got himself into quite a bit of a situation on episode 481. Thankfully, he had his homeboys there, members of SOB behind him. So, but we'll get into that a little bit later on in the show. Let's keep it going for the another first round matchup on the women's side here. We had Lilith Grimm versus Loli Yara versus Izzy O'Reilly, and versus, I had her name written down here.
Josie Wild.
Yeah,
Josie Wild.
Josie Wildheart. a newcomer to Rocky Mountain Pro as well. Couple debuts here on this show.
Yeah, Josie Wildheart, man, we see a lot later on, but good showing. I love the coming and weighing at one absolute unit. Now that that caught my attention pretty quick. Plus the guitar was cool. But I mean,
Love
come
the
on.
character. Love the
Yeah.
character.
I mean, the Warhammer, come on. I mean, Lilith was there to make a statement. Statement made. I mean, it's about Lilith's comeback right now, and Lilith will do what she needs to do to try to get back to the top of that mountain.
Yeah, she's she wants to make a statement, but she's got obstacles, right? She's got one huge obstacle that we'll talk more about in C-Rex. That thing's not going to go away anytime soon. It you know that we've talked about it. This Lockheed's division all of a sudden has become ultra competitive and has become wide open. It a few months ago it was pretty much the Lola and Big Daddy Mo show, right? You had a few a few others that were kind of contending, but now Punk and Morgan has come on scene as the Lockheed's champion, and you've got all these others that are just coming out of the woodwork and stepping up, and it's great to see. My girl Izzy, she's gonna be a force. I think for a long time, guys. She showed that she's scrappy. She's not intimidated by the more experienced women, and obviously Lola always is. Lola's always a problem, no matter what. Whether it's her attitude or whatever is going on, Lola is always going to be a problem. But great to see Lilith come out on top. And yeah, I'll talk more about Josie later on when we get more into this conversation.
All right, well then let's just keep it going here. We got the men's bracket. We had 2 Dame and Devin Reno, and your Ignition champion Dylan Anderson and Dustin Yarrick. Is there any doubts in this one, Coastal?
Man, I was like, okay, well, Caden won. All right, we're 1 for 1 here on the Wake side. So I'm like, all right. And I knew Dylan Anderson was going to be a problem because let's face it, Dylan and Dustin have never been on good terms. They never will be on good terms.
Dylan on anybody is not good terms.
Dylan doesn't even like himself half the time. So the liking other people is way beyond anything he could do. I think he only tolerates Preston because he knows he's a means to an end. It's like one of those things like don't break the golden goose.
There's no Preston right now.
I know. It's been nice, hasn't it? It's been nice with no Preston. But getting back to the match, 2 Dame, I'm sorry, man. I know you're the IVF, you're the interim voice of the figurehead, but when you stepped in with these gentlemen, I was like, oh, just maybe 2 Dame can catch a surprise victory, but not for nothing. But Dustin is a veteran. Dustin's been in these matches before. He understands the strategy of a 4-way. And when you're that big and that powerful, all you need is a dud, and that's what happened. And I mean,
what about Devin Reno?
Reno's one of those guys. He's a good singles wrestler, but I think he's at his peak in tag team performance. I really do. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not. You shouldn't overlook him in a fatal 4-way or singles match, but I just think Dustin has the experience in these matches, and that's what helped him here.
Absolutely, that was what I think helped him and gives him the advantage. But really, I thought it was going to be Dylan Anderson. I really thought I just thought that maybe we were lined up for a little bit of a revenge for the law office. Maybe we were gonna have a half law office, half Wake in the finals. That was what I was kind of thinking in my head was going to happen. And can you imagine that? There's still a lot of animosity and bad blood between the Wake and the law office. That even though yes, the no man's land.
I don't think that feud is over.
No, that feud's not over. Yeah. I know we didn't get to see Marcio Santos at this event, but we know Marcio Santos isn't over with it, and that guy's a one-man wrecking crew. So I think there's still going to be I think there's going to be some retribution down the line for the Law Office. I really do. But tonight, it was lining up, or at NRW Classic, it was lining up to be a great night for the Wake.
All right, so the Wake was 2 for 2 at this point. Now we're getting into the redemption matches. Now, like I said earlier, these are the women who lost their first round matchups, but specifically on the women's side, they had a second chance to get into the big dance at the end here. There was 2 matches for that. Going over the first one right now, which pitted Izzy O'Reilly, Midnight, and Paradise.
Yeah, this
I
match.
think we all thought Midnight was gonna really grab a hold of this one.
No, I did from the beginning. I thought in the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, maybe Izzy can do what Izzy does and pull an upset and get herself into the Final Four for the NRW Classic. And, it was looking okay. That hit Izzy. I hope she's okay. We saw there at the end of the match, it didn't look great. Paradise with the surprises Midnight, really. I think Midnight kind of lost track of Paradise, and Paradise able to pick up the win here and get in the finals. But I really just hope Izzy's all right. I think she was out.
Right. And she did suffer a little bit of an injury. She will be out for a little bit. But she's okay. Nothing, that's going to put her out for a long time. So we'll see her back here eventually. She's in good spirits. So, for what it could have been, it wasn't near as bad as what it looked like. But got to give it up to Paradise, man. She's a scrappy, she's diminutive, but man, she's her and Lola are like broken from the same mold almost. They're both got huge attitudes, but both can go in the ring. Both to have a lot of skill, and Paradise put it on display and was able to come up with the win to get her into that final. So give it up to Paradise. Yeah, I thought Midnight was going to be the odds-on favorite out in this one, but maybe a little ring rust. I don't know what Midnight's been doing for the last couple of years that we haven't seen her. So maybe a little ring rust and just wasn't able to come out on top of a competitor that has as much experience as Paradise. So that's who we got going in.
Paradise to come over full time.
I agree.
You probably wanted to be a member of the law office. She'd fit right in over there.
As far as I know, her and Lola are a little bit chummy.
They've tagged together before. Yeah. We've seen that.
Why not? Why not?
Well, they got a history. They've known each other, trained with each other back in Utah for a long time.
Somebody in the law office has to step up, and it's looking like it's Lola, and we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, we will.
But apparently there is at least an interim leader of the law office currently as of right now, and we'll talk about
office.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's get into the next match on the men's side here. This was a good one. Hunter Gray and Eric Reyes with DJ Brown and Johnny Casanova, your reigning NRW champion.
Oh, man. Johnny, this is where I kind of thought the wheels were going to fall off and we weren't going to go 3 for 3 over on the Wake side because Hunter Gray's in there, and Hunter Gray is crazy, man. Like, that dude, he's not right. He lives out in the woods a lot, and he is a barbarian. Like, when you picture, if you look up barbarian in the dictionary, I'm pretty sure Hunter Gray's picture's in there.
He's like a Diablo character.
Yeah, he really is. He's like the base barbarian character that you pick in Diablo.
Yeah.
But, DJ Brown, I don't know a lot about DJ Brown. I hadn't seen him before. I don't know if he was making his Rocky Mountain Pro debut in this. But
it wasn't. No, he's been on TV.
Sorry, DJ. I apologize about that. But, the big piece of this is Johnny Casanova. What can Casanova do, and what does he do? He does what Johnny Casanova has been doing for about a year now, which is just win. We saw him last year. He was the lowest of lows to start the year. He comes out, puts his career on the line, wins that NRW belt, keeps defending it, finds ways to keep it. And what's Johnny do tonight? Finds another way to win. Casanova makes it 3 for 3 for the Wake. He's defending that belt. Man,
Eric Reyes
Casanova.
was in there. Of course, it was a good one.
I really thought Reyes was going to cost Johnny at all costs. I thought Reyes was going to be like, if I can't win, he ain't winning.
I think that was his mindset. He may not admit it, but I think that was his mindset. Is he didn't. I think he wanted to win it, and he tried his best. But at points, it seemed like, damn it, I'm going to keep Casanova from winning this, and it still wasn't enough because we know how scrappy Casanova is. You know, and he's very innovative when it comes to finding ways to win, and that's what he did. That there was that little sequence between once they got rid of Hunter Gray. There was that sequence there at the end where it looked like Reyes was taking out DJ Brown. DJ Brown, then it was kind of a little sequence, and then all of a sudden there's Casanova to pick up the scraps, and that was it was quite the display from a bunch of guys who were outsized and outmatched by Hunter Gray. You got to give it up to those three for finding a way to get to that point. DJ Brown, I've talked about him before. Actually, I think the last time that we did a review of Recharged, when he was on Supercharged, teaming with Jacob East against Choppa City, and Jacob East didn't want to really play nice guy with DJ Brown. DJ Brown decided, well, hell with it. I'll help Choppa City, and and I've had to call a few DJ Brown matches. I think he's a hell of an athlete.
After what I saw,
I think he's got a lot of potential. He's got a great look. This guy, if he continues to come out to Rocky Mountain Pro, I think he could be something to watch out for. So a lot of things that I like about this matchup. In the end, Casanova, man, give it up to the guy.
DJ Brown was out there. No one is getting up for that kick. I've been working on it for a bit.
No, that was a hell of a kick that he calls motion to strike.
I mean, if only we could see him quite a bit more. I mean, he'll definitely make his name in RMP, that's for sure. Like a lot of these other guys that are from out of town, and they end up coming into RMP and making a splash, and they end up being, I guess you could say, semi-local to RMP. Guys like Jason Bravo, guys like Monvito, guys like Stan the Man Logan, all those guys that have been household names over the past year at RMP. Wouldn't mind having a DJ Brown being a household name.
Me either, man. Me either. The last hot stepper.
Same thing with Paradise, too. I mean, that Block S division's competitive as is. Imagine if Paradise was down here consistently more as well. Definitely ruffle up some feathers in the Lock S division. Shout out real quick to I Love Pro Wrestling 1234, subscribing to Tier 1 for 64 months.
Nice.
That's a lot of months.
That is a lot of months.
5 years.
He really does love pro wrestling.
Facts. All right, I think that's it over there. Now, of course, Reyes goes, I hot stepped on his face.
You hot kicked his face.
All right. Second round of the redemption bracket, the losers bracket on the women's side here. What a triple threat here. Big Daddy Mo versus Lola versus Josie, which I think it's comparing the situation with Mo and Lola here. I mean, you almost kind of thought that Josie was going to get away with a victory here, just because we all know the tension between Lola and Mo is still elevated up here at this point. So we know those two were going to be beating each other up, and Josie was going to pick up the scraps at the end.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it to end the way it did. I mean,
no one did that.
Yeah, I thought it was like going to be a surprise roll up on it. All three of them. I came in thinking, okay, this is probably where we're going to see Lola do the Lola things. You know, the law office will get involved somehow. There's no way they're not going to let her get into that Final Four. I'm like, there's going to be shenanigans, but man, Big Daddy Mo just hits like a hammer. Man, and those two, they just don't like each other. And I think it got the better of both of them in this one. I mean, it's one of those things where neither one of them is going to be able to compete at the top of their level until they handle business with the other one. Honestly, they're always going to be looking over their shoulder. As much as Lola doesn't seem to care about Big Daddy Mo, even she has to think she's a thorn in her side at this point because they get each other counted out. And then look, Josie Wildheart in the Final Four. It's a Cinderella story, Lucas.
It is absolutely a Cinderella story. It's you know, out of nowhere. You know, Josie hasn't wrestled in Colorado. She started training at the Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Academy. This isn't her first match. She does have some experience, but she's not doesn't have a ton of experience. She's wrestled for a little bit, actually in Hawaii of all places. She's a proud member of the United States Navy. She served in the Navy for 3 years, so you know, definitely she's got some toughness about her. But this was not seen. I did not see this coming. But I love the story. I love her. I love the, you know, her kind of persona. She's great to talk to in the back. I had the privilege of interviewing her the next week on Charged, and she's got a great personality. And I think she is, you know, going to take Rocky Mountain Pro by storm. She already did on this particular night, and I think she'll continue to do that.
Got some accusations are rolling around in chat right now.
Reyes, jeez.
All right. Final bracket for the men's before you get to the final match. Holy cow. I don't think Cookie had a shot. And I've been very favored towards the law office in recent months. This was a match that Cookie was going to be in an uphill battle from the get-go. It was Anaya versus Class versus Cookie versus Damon.
Yeah, this was some heavy swingers, Cookie included, man. Like, I'm looking at this going, geez, this is
He held his own. He held his own.
He really did. He absolutely did. I was worried for a bit. I'm like, man, the law office is going to find a way to get one of their people in. And I'm like, Cookie definitely could get in. I mean, he is the muscle. He is the Cookie monster, man. But when Damon's in there and Damon flips that switch, it's just different, man. Like, he's been in a lot of four-way matches. He'll do absolutely everything he can to win. He does it again, man. He Sonny.
So I don't need a down cup. I need a bottle. I don't.
On that note, we see Damon Ace victorious again, Lucas. All Wake final. And by the way, you were absolutely right. At that point, I was ripping my hair out going, what is going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that I just did not think that we were going to get all four members of Wake. I just thought that was too, you know, I did not know how that was going to go down. And I thought that Cookie, honestly, I thought Cookie was going to pull it off. I have a lot of faith in Cookie. I know I'm maybe not a fan of his personally, but what I've seen out of that guy for the last year, I think he's legit going to be a singles star somewhere down the line. I know, you know, him and Eric Reyes have, you know, designs to eventually get those tag team titles back, but as long as Choppa City has them, that's not going to happen. So, you know, I think Cookie can be the Rocky Mountain Pro champion. I really think he's good enough. I agree with Eric Reyes. Can you believe that? We finally agree on something. I think Cookie is good enough to take out anyone. Um, but at the same time, Damon Ace, we know you can't ever count that guy out. I mean, he's the most dangerous guy on the roster, and once again, showing it. And we have an all-wake finals. I know you must have been just beside yourself.
The
there,
roller
Coastal.
coaster of emotions, Lucas, was like, yeah. What's gonna happen? Oh, now they're gonna fight each other. Oh, the wheel's gonna come on. No, they'll be fine. I was pacing.
I was sitting back in my chair with my popcorn in my hand. Yeah, this is the best case situation right here.
Well, you heard my commentary. I didn't think that it was going to go well.
Doubters.
Oh, and then I got some feedback from Eric saying that Cookie was kind of undermatched in this fatal four-way here. I mean, dude, I hate to say it. I mean, I'm a fan of Cookie, obviously, but I mean, Anaya, I mean, you know his history. You've seen it on the rewind every week. You know what he's about. All right. Class, again, former tag team champion here, and obviously many of years of experience in the ring. And then, Damon. I mean, what more is there to say about Damon at this point? You know what Damon's about. So
we do.
Cookie was going to be climbing up a huge mountain to begin with in this match. Now, to his credit, he held his own. So, but you get to take a break from all this tournament and fatal four-way matches here. Speaking of, tag team championships, which we've seen cease and desist say time and time over the last couple episodes of Charge, SOB going up against Chopper City to break everything up for those tag team championships. I thought SOB was going to take it.
I did too for a long time, man. That match, that brought back some memories. We've seen these teams go at it before, but man, this was different, man. SOB, they even got a meaner attitude than they had before. Maddox is more of a monster than he was, 4 or 5 years ago when we first started and we were watching this. Wherever they went, something dominated them, or they dominated something, and they now have a chip on their shoulder, and they earned it, man. They took Choppa City to the limit. I haven't seen Atiba take a beating like that ever. They isolated him. They worked, and when they hit Lucas at the end, when they hit that superplex into the swanton, I'm like, that's it. That's done. How Bruce willed himself in there to break that up and to keep them going. And then Bruce Wayans, man, the chops. We saw the helicopter. We saw everything. Chopper City went to the limit. They went to the city's edge of Chopper City to pull out that victory. Lucas, this was one of the best tag matches I have seen.
It was great. Absolutely tremendous. I thought just like you guys that we were going to have new tag team champions. It looked like Standing on Business was just operating at a really high level at this particular night, where they seem to have everything going for them. You talk about Maddox. Well, for me, it's Lipto that kind of stirs the straw that stirs the drink in SOB. He seems to just have this even bigger chip on his shoulder, because we've seen Maddox be just a runaway freight train. We've seen him be a guy that you don't want to mess with. But Lipto, we always knew he was a great competitor, but now he's got this angry side to him that's something that we hadn't really seen before in his first stint with Rocky Mountain Pro. And now he's a guy that I think he's kind of the de facto leader. I know Maddox is a little more of the kind of the mouthpiece, and obviously McCready as well. But I think that Lipto's the kind of guy that is the engine of SOB. But you said it, Bruce Waynes finds a way to will his partner, and Atiba just as tough as nails. Those two just know how to weather the storm. no matter who comes after him, and they've taken the best shots from not only SOB, they've taken it from your new starting lineup, from your most funnest tag team, to just think about the list goes on and on. Cease and desist. They've taken the very best those teams have to offer, and somehow they find a way to come out victorious. It's just exceptional.
I think you can quote me on this and mark my words. I think Standing on Business will eventually become champions at some point. I have huge faith that will happen. Maybe not in the near future, but definitely, at least in the longer future of R&B, as long as they stay cohesively together. I don't see them really kind of losing a whole hell of a lot of momentum. Now, Jack McCready, on the other hand, could hold them back, possibly. But they are training him, supposedly, so we'll see how that all works out. Maybe Jack McCready becomes the secret weapon of SOB in the future.
According to Sonny, McCready's the B in SOB.
Sonny's on a roll tonight.
Yeah. Sonny's feeling himself right now. Hopefully not.
Whoa!
Well, he is behind the screen. Who knows?
Stint with phrasing. Okay. Wow. Jesus. All right, we're bumping you back down to 4th just because.
Come on.
I mean, I've got to keep the spirit of Triple I alive, you know.
Are you sure? You know what? Sonny's right. Get a cup or like a water bottle for
what
that
is
thing.
it? What
Jesus
is it?
Christ!
I need a lot of water.
I
gotta keep well hydrated.
They're a mile up, dude. They gotta hydrate more than we do.
And this show sometimes goes like 2.5 hours. You know, that isn't near enough water.
Oh, and we head to the finals. Finals of the women's bracket. C-Rex versus Lilith versus Paradise versus Josie Wildheart.
Now, when you initially look at this, you're like, this is Lilith and C-Rex. And the other two are kind of like, I don't want to say afterthoughts, but you're really looking at the beasts in this. And that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. And it did for a while. You saw them kind of clear house, and then Lilith and C-Rex back and forth. Paradise, though. Paradise can make commotion happen. And she kind of gets in there and gets her licks in. And then all of a sudden, Josie Wildheart, out of nowhere, code breaker. After Paradise gets done, code breaker. Pins C-Rex. And then code breaker pins Lilith. And all of a sudden, Josie Wildheart, who at the beginning no one had picked. I bet you no one picked her to win this NRW Classic. She is your winner, Lucas. Josie Wildheart now has a shot at that Wildcats title, man. Anything can happen in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Lucas, there wasn't any Stanley Cups back in my day. We drank from the hose.
Yeah, it's true. We did drink from the hose. But my lovely wife came through, and there's
look at that. Look at that.
Pinky up, Lucas. Come on.
Well,
there you go. There you go. Pinky up.
All right. But Josie, man, the shocker. To me, this was one of the most shocking outcomes to a big pay-per-view match that I think I can remember and ever. You think about, we've watched a lot of Rewind. We've watched, we've been breaking down these pay-per-views and charges for 4 or 5 years. You guys have been doing this for almost 5 years. I've been with you guys for a couple now. This to me is one of the most shocking outcomes to a big match that I can ever remember. She came out of nowhere. I think now you're going to see the momentum of Josie Wildheart just start to snowball, guys. She's got confidence now. She has all the momentum in the world. This is going to be interesting to see where Josie Wildheart goes from here. It's also going to be interesting to see where C-Rex and Lilith Grimm go from here? Because that
I think
issue,
we saw.
yeah,
Yeah, we saw what.
I think we saw.
yeah. So a lot of things that are going to be interesting to keep an eye on as we move forward.
Got a cup the whole
Reyes, no
time.
one
You just like
asked you.
embarrassing yourself.
No one asked you, Reyes.
I just told you that my wife came through with a cup, so shut your mouth, Reyes. And for once in your life, just know when to shut your mouth.
All right. Break it up again. We got the big boy belt coming in. We got the RMP championship match up for grabs. Kevin Koa going up against Big Match Briscoe Crown.
Yeah, man, Briscoe, he was fighting. This was everything that, I mean, this is what I thought it would be. Briscoe high flying, he even matched some strikes with Koa. Koa, man, Koa's weird because he comes at you straight on, but then we see things like what happened when they got outside and he disappeared under the staging and Briscoe's looking for him and all of a sudden he pops up out, drops Briscoe on his face on the stand, and that was kind of the beginning of the end there. I don't know if that kind of rang Briscoe's bell a little bit, but the absolute state, like I've never seen a stalling suplex Killer Instinct Kevin OKOA, man. That was insane. That would have knocked anybody out. And I know Lucas, he addresses this, but the not my champ chance, I think you were right on commentary, man. Kevin Koa has proven it to everybody. He deserves that belt.
Yeah. To me, I'm not going to tell fans how to fan, but I don't know how you can watch Kevin Koa and not just be impressed with what he's done. Since the first time we've seen him, when he came in he was the mercenary, and he was going by the name Kevin Eckert, and all the stuff he was going on with possibly being the brother of David Drake and all this, to go from that and now with what we see as just a legit badass, because that's what he is. He is oh God, are we starting with this? Are we
rolling?
Are we starting with this? I absolutely do have a problem with you and Arias doing interviews. You both suck at it, so that's okay. Yeah, but that's all right. I just decided not to call you out. But if you want to go ahead and start, accusing me once again of I'm against women, it has nothing to do with women. Who do I always go after every time I see him on the screen? Two Dame always that fake journalist too. He needs to stick to being IVF. It's like you guys
out there again, shall we? There we go.
We need a journalist battle royal.
Hashtag justice for Slade. Hashtag
justice for
Keep it going, baby.
Oh, Slade, poor Slade.
Justice for Slade.
No show Slade. Yeah, yay.
Chris says Koa is very underrated.
I think so. I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves, to be honest with you.
He gets lost in the discussion sometimes when you're talking about Damon and Marcio and Dustin, and he sometimes gets lost, but when he's in the ring, you can't lose him because he hits you right between the eyes.
Oh, and then here comes Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter, not a boy. Hunter, not a boy. Not a boy.
Lucas, #1 journalist.
That's right. Oh, I didn't get her fired. She did not my fault. She, running off with Enrique and whatever else she's doing. It's not my business. Oh gosh, now we got the boss in here. Look what you guys did.
Oh, here we go on the bottom ticker. Here we go.
You, Johnny Death Drop.
Yes, sir.
Where's the hat? Get the hat on, because you're being one right now.
Oh, that one?
Get the damn hat on.
I don't know. The Pats are going to the AFC Championship for the umpteenth thousandth time, so I don't know if I want to take this off.
Well, so what? They're going to lose the Broncos next week. Now, I was.
You better hope Stidham has one hell of a game, buddy.
Yeah, because you're living up to Captain A-hole right now. You need to wear that hat proudly.
I always do.
I was being fine, but Sonny, he's got to run his mouth, and of course we got Eric Reyes in here running his mouth, and then you just instigate everything.
I don't feel anything. I'm just running the command post over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am just pour gasoline.
I am providing what the fans desire, Lucas. It's just the way it goes, man.
Okay.
And the fans want hashtag justice for Slade.
You're a wicked puppet master, Johnny.
Wait.
Yeah, pull the strings.
Yeah.
All right. Men's final. Not going to say it, but the wake. Plain simple. And, by the way, new NRW champion.
Yes, there is a new
Brian would be very happy to see that Caden Koyama is once again champion.
He is. This was an amazing match. Like, this is every once in a while, even if you're family, you got to beat the heck out of each other. Just, get some stuff out there. And we all know that there's some pent-up aggression going on, and even with each other. So this is kind of therapeutic, is what I'm going to say. This was very therapy-oriented, Johnny. And we all know in Rocky Mountain Pro, therapy doesn't always go well. And, well, this was violent therapy, and this is what had to happen. We saw a lot of stuff. We saw basically a tag team match in the beginning with J.K. Pop against Dustin and Damon. And then we saw – what is that? Oh,
God.
Yaden.
and now I get it from Yaden. What he talked to. Did you ever find out what D'Lo meant by real journalism returns? Talked to him today, and he said it hasn't happened yet. Well, we saw him. I was on charge doing interviews.
Yes.
What is going on around here?
Getting back to it. We see a tag team match, and then we see everybody hitting everybody, even Johnny and Caden going at it, diamond hands against Mr. Every Night. We see double duds. We see double pedigrees. Finally, we get down to Johnny and Caden, and what a match that was, back and forth there for the end of it. Caden hits the pedigree. And in the end, everybody thought it was going to implode at the end when Johnny grabbed the belt. I heard everybody... They were getting all excited. Johnny was over there. He was all happy. Death Drop was like, oh, they're going to implode. Nope. Standing tall. One mission. One thing. Caden has got the belt. Now it's on to other matters.
Yeah, I will say, I did not think that their bond was strong enough to overcome that, because when it comes down to it, and you have something on the line like they had, where it was, not only were they going to be named the 2026 NRW champion, that's because that title now is not defended at every pay-per-view. That once you're the NRW champ for the year, that you are the NRW champion for the entire 2026 until next year's NRW Classic. No one could take that away from you. But then you also have that kind of, you have that title contendership in your pocket where you can basically redeem it at any time. It doesn't really get any bigger than that. And now you've got Caden Koyama, who had the greatest Charge Championship reign that we've ever seen. Now he's got a shot at the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. Boys, things just got real interesting. That's a hell of a number one contender.
Just reading all the comments, just like Remy, just with the popcorn,
I'll take that as a compliment, though. I got long legs. Why should I, while your little legs, you have to take 20 steps to go 5 feet. I can do it in one. There, Sonny. We have Coastal says one nice thing about. We should also have Johnny Dershop says one nice thing about the wake.
That list is a lot longer than nice things about Ashburn.
It's true. All right.
Wonder how many presents he stole this year, that Grinch.
Final thoughts on the NRW Classic. Josie Wild and Caden Koyama as your winners in the first ever NRW Classic.
I think it was an amazing event. It was awesome to watch. All the matches were amazing. Caden, now your NRW champion for the year. He's got a shot at that title if Koa has it, or whoever has it. He could wait to see if somebody takes it off Koa and then cash in. It's interesting. Josie Wildheart. I mean, who knows there? I mean, Punkin Morgan is out traveling the world as we see later on. I mean, and then that Wake final. It was amazing all around.
Yeah, real quick, I'll just address to Eric Reyes. Well, you got to put up with my heavy breathing if we have to put up with looking at your ugly face every week. We should require you to put on a mask, but I guess we have to, be nice to challenge people such as yourself. Lucas. Oh, come on, Sonny. No.
They're going for the jugular tonight, dude.
Give me a break, Sonny. That's why we have to turn down your microphone, because no one wants to listen to you.
There you go. And it continues, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, and I thought the Loch S division was intense.
Right.
Right. This reporter division's crazy.
I was just gonna say.
We could talk about Sonny's great commentary that he had one episode.
Okay. We'll do this. We'll do this before we get into the episodes. Okay. I want you to give an honest opinion, considering you are supposedly the expert CMS journalist over here. Correct.
Okay.
I want you to give your honest opinions on Arias, Grace, and Sonny. All right, grade them. Give them a 1 through 10.
Are we talking about their ring announcing skills or their interviewing skills or
interview skills?
Their interviewing skills.
Yeah, I mean that's what you fight over every week.
Yeah. Well, I'm a 10, and they are 4-ish, 3-ish, right around there.
Ooh.
Yeah, See, I've got Remy D validation. I don't need anybody else's validation. All the rest of you can go stick it. I got Remy D, so that's all I need.
You need to be put in solitary confinement.
Well, okay. Yeah, I don't need to say anything anymore. I got Remy D on my side. That's all the validation I need.
All right. So we're going to be getting into episodes here, and we're going to try and do this on a weekly basis here. What we're going to do is, unfortunately, we are going to have to get rid of the Justice for Slade ticker down here.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we're going to put results down here. So if you guys are having a hard time following, you can see the results down on the bottom. All right, and this is just 480. There's one for 481 coming up as well. And also, starting next week, we are going to be trying something else here with the software. We're going to be using some video clips when we're going to be talking about a certain part of charge or a certain match in our analysis of what's going on. So that's going to start next week once we're all caught up. Obviously, this week is a complete overhaul of makeups that we missed over the past couple weeks. So next week we're going to be starting fresh. So be on the lookout for that. All right, let's get right into it. Lord Mitchell Taylor versus Mick Energy and Mick Diamond.
Yeah, Mick coming back looking to maybe get a spark and have something happen, but Lord Mitchell Taylor doesn't even let him get started. Or should I say the aristocrat doesn't let him get started. She inserts herself, and all of a sudden, Lord Mitchell Taylor has a win in his red carpet. And I mean, someone's going to come out and stick it to Lord Mitchell Taylor, Lucas, because this is getting ridiculous.
It is. It's getting hard to watch. You talk about hard to listen to me Sonny. It's hard to listen to Lord Mitchell Taylor when he comes out and just berates everyone and thinks he's so high and mighty, and talks about this glorious winning streak that's never really taken place. You have to win 3 in a row for it to be considered a streak, and that has not happened. So we'll see if he can get on one. It's not. I don't think it's looking really good for him, but he does get one here. Oh, look at this. Calling Remy D a piece of garbage. Wow. Very classy there, Eric Reyes. Once again, another hater. But going back to Lord Mitchell Taylor, I hope that finally someone will just put him in his place, send him back to the Hamptons, and that way we don't have to listen to his garbage. If he would just come out and would just be a competitor and wrestle, I think he could actually get his career back on track. But until then, he's just kind of a windbag, kind of like Eric Reyes and Sonny.
We're just going through all of them.
Reyes is having a full-on crash out in chat.
Yeah. He sounds like those whiny little like protesters that justice. Do
that again.
Justice. We need justice. That's the best one ever. Remy D for the win.
That was coming. It's been a while since we had a Remy comeback here on the show. All right. Hey, actually, you know what? For the people who are watching this, especially the higher ups at RMP, maybe we should put this Lord Mitchell Taylor thing to the test here. Maybe we should give him one interview for the next series of tapings of Charge. I don't know. How are you feeling about that? Let's see how much better he is over Lucas Bradwell.
Who's that?
Taylor.
No.
Lord Mitchell Taylor interview?
Yeah.
He would interview himself. He thinks he's above interviewing anyone else. That wouldn't work. You know what? Let's let Sonny interview Lord Mitchell.
Sonny would be good.
That would go. Oh, that would.
I
go
have
great.
faith in Sonny.
That
I have
would go
faith
great.
in Sonny.
Oh,
I do.
Ain't
I
that
think
nice?
Sonny can easily reach that top 5 category.
Oh, ain't that nice?
I'm just saying. Just saying. Look at this. See? Someone has my back.
Yeah.
Look who has your back, John.
You might need to reevaluate your life if that's who's defending you.
You might need to watch your back too, man. Like, I don't trust those guys. He's patting you on the back looking for a soft spot.
Nah, we're boys.
I wouldn't
All
want to
right.
be boys with him.
Tag team action. We got Team Reckless going up against Type 6 Warriors.
This was crazy. I want to see this every week.
Also was
please.
talking about this earlier too.
Oh my God.
I was over the moon with this match.
I want to see this all the time. This was action from the jump. Like, I don't know where the Reckless went when they went away, but wow, when they've come back, they're crisper, they're faster, they work together better. Like they just did a complete overhaul. It's amazing to watch. And this Type 6 Warriors team, these guys are for real. We've seen them a bunch now. They're getting better every single time they step in the ring. The tag team action is getting better. These guys are just, I don't know how you slow them both down. That's the thing. You can slow one of them down, as we saw, but the other one is right behind you to kick you in the head. Like, this is crazy. And I mean, it's just, what an amazing match, Lucas. This was, I want to see it all the time, please. These two guys, they're shooting up the tag team division.
Great athletes, just competing, not doing any shenanigans, just going out there and putting on a display of athleticism. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see, a bunch of cheap shot artists like Cease and Desist.
Here we go.
Doing things.
Cease and Desist was getting under Lucas's skin.
We want to see just great competition. If they would just go out there and compete like this, you wouldn't hear us bad mouthing them. but when you don't compete as gentlemen and as great athletes, you're gonna get that. You would you take them all out at once.
Race, you get kicked 57 times before you knew who to look at.
Yeah, and I would like to see that though. Give me cease and desist against the Type 6 Warriors. I'd like to
Team
see
Reckless.
or Team Reckless. And they've beaten Team Reckless before, but they've done it. But I think that these are two great tag teams, and I think they make the tag team division better. And I'm with you. I'd like to see more of this type of action. I think they just elevate this tag team division. And what we're going to talk about the next match, that was also another great tag team match. You must have just been
it was great.
You must have been like a kid in a candy store watching these great tag team matches.
Yeah,
that really was.
We also want let's split that up a little bit here. There's a lot of stuff happening. Lucas was doing his thing in journalism again, taking interviews. We saw that. Saw you were very active. You were actually working both jobs during these past couple episodes.
He was hustling, man.
Yeah, so good for you. Good for you. We also saw Anaya, collecting interviews as well, side by side. So that's another guy you got to watch out for in the top 3, man. I mean, Anaya right now is ranked number 2 at the moment. So
Lucas is Tom Brokaw. Anaya is TMZ. Come on, not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah, but did you see how easy Anaya was just able to get down to the performance level and was just like, yeah, so how that match go? How are you feeling? And he's just like laid back with his sunglasses on, just chilling.
That's because they're not official interviews. He just rolls up.
Yeah,
he just rolls up and starts talking to people. Like Lucas.
What do you think Lucas does?
He's professional. He sets a time. He says, "Hey, I'm going to be here then. Like, here's some stuff I'm going to ask you."
Yes.
Well, from the interview I saw with him and Stanley Logan, I don't think that was time. I don't think Stanley was expecting him, to be honest.
Well, it happened to be. It happened to be that he just was there at the right time, and I actually got a 2-for-1, if you ask me.
Bringing you double the news, double the scoops, Johnny.
Yep.
All right, and we also found out that law office does have some plans coming up in 2026. And I think I know cease and desist. I think it's just waiting for the opportunity for Chopper City to not be tag team champions anymore, so they can start going after those belts again. I mean, if Preston was around, they probably would have already gotten it. So
thank God he's not.
That's how good of a manager and lawyer that Preston is.
And it's cute, Johnny. You think they're going to wait for someone. No, they're going to stick their nose in Chopper City's business. Mark my words. Chopper City not only needs to worry about whoever they're wrestling, they also need to worry about the little roaches that are going to come, the orange roaches that'll come out and try and insert themselves, take those titles
I'm not
off
too
them.
confident that the Wake wouldn't do that either. The Wake has a history of that.
No.
They do.
It has a history of defending their titles however they can.
And also getting their way by, well, I hate to say this phrase, but
don't. We all know what it is.
What? Well, D'Lo hasn't talked to me. I don't. What has he? I don't know. Let me check here. Do I have something to be worried about now? I was told a real journalist was going to return. There is no other real journalist but me, so it's got to be me, right?
Can't stop the chop, Rash. You can't. Many have tried. None have succeeded.
Well, I think Pretty City Express is going to be working their way into that madness as well, and that's another tag team you guys should be worried about. Besides Cease and Desist, which I know we'll get there at some point. Besides the Pretty Reckless, besides your new starting lineup, we haven't really talked a lot about Pretty City Express ever since they came back. And we're going to talk about it right here. 2Dame and DJ Brown going up against Pretty City Express. After this match, they put the whole entire division on notice.
They did, and they should have. This was a great match. They were away for a little bit. They lost nothing. They're a great tag team. They really are. And the tag team match we saw before this is a complete 180 of what we saw, because you're not going to see high flying. You're not going to see, bang bang quick moves. You're just going to see Pretty City Express isolate you, dominate you, use their size and advantage over you, use their tag team experience, and that's what it came down to. Two Dame and DJ tagging up. Two Dames normally with Southside. Southside, I don't know what's going on there. That's getting to be a thing where Southside's not around when Two Dame needs him. But, for guys that are tagging together for the first time, going up against a team like Pretty City Express, Lucas, it had disaster written all over it. Pretty City Express, they're going to, and we see them. We see them in the next episode of Charge confront Chopper City. I mean, they're coming.
They are coming. Chopper City, they have beaten everybody, right? And they've beaten Pretty City Express. But now it seems like Pretty City Express seems more hungry than they were the last time. They seem like now they're a lot more serious. It was a lot less, there was a lot less pageantry after this match than there has been in the past. It was more like, okay, we take care of business. Now we've sent that message. But as we talked about earlier on in the show about DJ Brown and how great that we think this guy can be, he's got a lot of potential. I'm thinking that maybe Two Day might need to rethink who he wants to be as his tag team partner, because Southside Sammy hasn't been very reliable. Obviously, has shown that you can't always count on him. And I know that Two Dame respects Sammy. He's got a lot of respect for Sammy, but maybe he needs to start thinking about it. And if these two could maybe get something going, with a little more, this was the only time they've ever tag teamed together. If they had a little more time to really gain some chemistry, there could be something there. So DJ Brown has shown himself that he might be a good free agent moving forward.
Did you catch that last comment from Yaden?
Yeah, I did. I'm going to have to set something up with the D'Lo guys. I don't know what's going on here.
You look pretty nervous over there, Lucas.
I'm a little it's a little warm in here.
Did we might have overstepped your boundaries a little bit after seeing that text message?
I don't know. I thought everything was kosher. You see real journalists returning.
You're the real journalist.
I would think so. I'm the only one that has. I'm the only one that has real credentials, guys. You see that? Real credentials. No one else has them. But I guess I need to reach out to D'Lo and try to smooth things over here.
All right. Main event, Charge Championship. First title defense for Draper here. Jason Knoll going up against Draper.
Hoss fight alert. You weren't going to see any top rope hurricanranas in this one. This was two big guys just beating each other up. Jason Knoll, veteran, him and Draper, they fought for a while. We know that. It seems like every time they're in the same room, sometimes they seem to throw chops at each other or beat each other up. Like, this was just a good old-fashioned wrestling match. There was, and Draper impressed me a lot, especially at the end. He got Knoll up there for that Draper bomb. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it, Lucas. I didn't think even Draper was strong enough to get Knoll up, but he did it, and that was all it took. And, Jason losing, Briscoe lost, you're starting lineup, now they can get back in the tag team. I don't know, man.
Yep, not a good start of 2026 for your new starting lineup. I really had some high hopes for them. I still think it can be a great year for them, but they need to regroup for sure. But let's also put this into perspective, who Jason Knoll was going up against. We're talking about Dak Draper now. As we know that Caden Koyama had the greatest Charge title reign in history, but you can also make the case that Draper is perhaps the most accomplished charged champion that we've ever had, as far as who's held that title. I know that we've, Dozer held that title, but Dozer was brand new to pro wrestling when he held that title.
Our next rewind, we'll actually see his final match.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys don't want to miss that. But you think about Draper's career so far and the people who have held that title. I don't think anyone has accomplished as much as Draper has, and that has held that title. So that is a something that I think we need to keep an eye on. That Draper has a possibility to have a hell of a title run himself. And Reyes, hold your horses. I have it could be a misunderstanding. You don't know. I have an opportunity to plead my case to D'Lo when he wants to talk to me. I'm sure that he's going to have something to say. If I stepped out of line, if I stepped out of bounds, I will apologize like a professional should and will. I did what I thought was I thought I was doing what I thought was right, what was needed. And if that wasn't the case, well, then I will issue an apology when that time arrives. But right now, I haven't heard anything. And until I hear something from D'Lo, we'll leave it at that.
Well said, Lucas.
All right. Sorry about that. I was currently throwing out some messages out there for possibly next week's show. All right. That was 480, I do believe. So 481, which we have all the results down on the bottom as well for that one. Going to start off with some lockout action at Beerstyle Lager House, by the way, not the Quarry. We had Trina going up against your disputed Lockett's champion, Lola Yara.
Yeah, disputed. That always seems to keep coming up. I mean, there's no there's no dispute here. Punk and Morgan is your Lockett's champion. Lola is not the number one contender either, as we now know. So I don't know what was going on here. I know Trina and Lola have had some stuff going on, and we see them again Trina trying to get her win against Lola, and it was going good for a while. We saw a side of Trina that I haven't seen before. She got really fired up and was really taking it to Lola there near the end of this match, but she went to the cupboard one too many times, and when she opened the cupboard the last time, there was a Peruvian power punch waiting for her, and there wasn't even a count here, Lucas. Lola knocked her out. Lola hit anybody that hard before. Lola's mean.
Lola is... She seems to be on another level right now with her aggression. I don't know if it's because she's feeling the pressure of having to lead the law office without Preston. We don't know where the hell he's at right now. They won't give any words. So she seems to be very, very angry. And yeah, she wants to take it out on anybody that's in her way. But I will say, Trina looked really good in this matchup. She looked like she was ready for Lola, and until that Peruvian sunlock got put on, she was ready. And I give the Most Funnest Tag Team a lot of credit. I think they've done a great job mentoring Trina. Obviously she seems to be very comfortable around Yaden and Marty Casals. They seem to have brought out the best of Trina. So I think the more that Trina gets an opportunity with Most Funnest Tag Team, I think she's only going to get better. But right now, you've got Lola, who just is, her aggression is on a whole nother level. Hey, if you want the news column back, I would love to start writing columns again. I will. You let me know. And
yeah, Reyes, we all got that note. We all did.
And yes, I believe you, Yaden. I have not personally heard from D'Lo. I know that what you say is you're the boss. You have as much more power than anyone. So I get it. I just have not personally heard from D'Lo, but I'm sure that's coming. And yes,
No,
the
it's
Bears,
not now.
yeah, the Bears losing does not bode well for me. No, it does not.
I think I'm all caught up now. Okay.
Okay. Jeez, I don't know if I like this new feature that you have. You're having too much
This
fun
is
over there.
fantastic. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know for
I am
you.
enjoying
For you,
every single bit of it.
It's absolute hell for me.
All right. Well, look at that. Got some conversation going on. All right. Give us your thoughts on the newest debut of RMP Nikki Hyde possibly teaming up with Mick Diamond in the future.
I mean, Mick was right. I mean, he hasn't really been right, since Smoke and Mirrors broke up, and we don't know, where his partner is, and he's kind of been on a losing streak. So maybe he does need to find another half of him to be better, and maybe Nikki Hyde is that. I don't know. Lucas is in the dark cloud now. It's walking around our.
Mick's going through a rough patch. And, I don't think it's a bad idea for him to, go back to what was a winning formula with him and find a tag team partner that, maybe he has some chemistry with. This Nikki Hyde, kind of an unknown guy, seems to be, it kind of marched to the beat of his own drum a little bit. Maybe this won't be such a bad idea for Mick. And if these two gel, then Mick gets back into his groove where he seemed very comfortable when it was him and when they were just smoke and mirrors. Cushman was a great counter for Mick Diamond. Really, they got along together. If he can find something with Nikki Hyde, then Mick Diamond finds himself again and gets back big Mick energy, because that's what's been missing.
All right. It's looking like, as of right now, not next week, but the week after, we're gonna have your best friend in the whole wide world, Lucas, joining us once again. Eric Reyes will be on the show in 2 weeks.
Oh, joy.
So
I'm sure that'll be riveting.
Yeah.
all right. Here's another good matchup another good tag team matchup that we got to enjoy a little bit, and definitely a confidence booster for this team. Your new starting lineup going up against Type 6 Warriors, both coming off decent runs in the tag team division as of late.
Yeah, the tag team division is heating up, as we're talking about. Saw 2 great matches the week before. Now we see this one. We got Type 6 Warriors coming off a win. We got your starting lineup really trying to bounce back. They suffered a couple singles losses, each of them. So this was really a bounce back for them. And this is where the Type 6 Warriors can really learn something from this match, because they went in with the same strategy they went in against the Reckless with. And you can't do that. Not when, Briscoe is one thing. He kind of matches that. But Jason Knoll, you can't go at him like that. He's just too big. Like, if you get him staggered, yes, but his strength really comes down to what helps your starting lineup pull this victory out, Lucas, especially at the end. That sky high, that was 8-9 feet in the air, and he drops down, and then Briscoe with the frog splash. There's not many teams that are going to be able to counter that.
That's a devastating finish, one of the most devastating finishes. And, this time they finally followed it up with a pin, because they've made the mistake before. They've hit that move, and a lot of times they, don't follow up, and it's like, what are you doing? So now they're finally, get that big move, get the win. Now maybe they can get some momentum to get back in this very competitive tag team division. You gotta stack wins, and you can't really have this, 1 week win, 1 week lose. You gotta stack wins. Hopefully for your new starting lineup, they can start stacking wins. Type 6 Warriors had a chance to stack some wins, and unfortunately, they go up against a team that's just a little too experienced for them, and so now they got to kind of go back to to square one, and they're kind of on that same level right now with Team Reckless and some of those other tag teams. So we're going to see just how this tag team division shapes up. There's so many that are still vying, that have had opportunities, and it just doesn't seem like there's one clear-cut number one contender. Is that Pretty City Express? We're going to find out.
All right. We're going to put a brief hold here real quick. I have some birdies chirping around right now. I just got some info recently as it pertains to what has been transpired over the past couple episodes as it pertains to you, sir, Mr. Lucas Bradwell.
Okay.
So, apparently, you got the text message, correct?
Correct.
All right. And did you assume that it was just going to be you?
That's the kind of what I assumed, yes, from the wording. Real journalism returns next charge.
Did you? I'm going to try and step into the CMS category a little bit here. All right. Did you just kind of just go upon yourself without asking anybody, without taking any regards to maybe the
when did this become an HR meeting?
Hey. When did it become apparent that maybe you should have maybe at least asked somebody if this was the case, maybe show like I don't know, the founder and owner of the company that this was possibly you, and maybe Yaden and D'Lo could go back and forth and try and figure out what he meant, because it seems like you're just kind of taking it upon yourself and kind of sabotaging everything here and trying
sabotaging
and trying to make
that's big accusations there. Sabotage.
The birdies are rolling around right now, man.
There was no sabotage. I am the original Rocky Mountain Pro journalist. I've been doing it for years, and I just I saw that there look real journalism returns. I am real journalism. I'm Lucas Bradwell. So I just figured that.
But we need someone to get people that have been doing the interviews when you're on commentary. So that's why I'm raising the question.
And sometimes they're not able to get down to the nitty gritty of what needs to be answered.
So you just took it upon yourself, is basically what you said. So you can kind of understand why people are a little bit
But Johnny, to be fair, the wording said real journalism returns. Most people had been doing interviews at this time. There's nothing to return to. Lucas was returning.
There you go. There you go. There's a blast from the past for you. He was actually the original. Last I checked.
Yeah, he did interviews. Sure. He also had other titles.
And he didn't have to assume the role either. He was given that role, correct?
I don't know how he was given that.
Right.
He also had part ownership in the company for a little bit. So, you mean you could probably just exert yourself in that position? I don't know.
So
abuse power.
So did you and I Lucas? I hate to use this word, buddy, or actually, I should say I hate to use this phrase. Did you go into business for yourself?
What? Are you accusing me? No.
Did you?
Hey, I've been told, hey,
erroneous, Johnny.
Yeah, but you keep talking about all these other journalists, and you're not out there doing it. So maybe maybe I went out there and did some journalism. What's so wrong with that?
Dude, you know what this means, right? You could be fired for this.
What?
No.
You could be fired for this.
They wouldn't fire me. I think about what I've given to this company.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know? The Bears just lost, dude.
Johnny.
You don't know his mood.
You're trying to insert some
What-
ideas in
what-
here. I think you're leading this, Johnny.
Yeah.
What's your real thing here?
Yeah.
I
You're
got blown
you're
up.
bi-
I'm not going to say specifically who, because
The law office.
why would I get rid of my credibility and my credentials as a host of a weekly talk show?
That leans towards the law office, who don't like Lucas.
yeah. It sounds like
I'm putting my foil hat on, John.
it sounds like it. You got
I mean, dude,
you got the
the
former
people are
chia
speaking.
you got the former
The
chia
people are
pet,
speaking, dude.
and then you got the guy who has the chia pet on his face, Sonny Flores, and you got all these idiots running their mouths. And then
Look at this.
Great. We got Johnny Reyes over here now.
Now
Look at
I will
this.
say, yes, he did have his first story was with Vic Lombardi, who is an actual great journalist, sports journalist here in the Denver, a legend here in Denver. Absolutely. I'm not trying to discredit Swan Christopher. I'm
Were
just
those-
trying to
were those
defend
interviews-
myself.
Were those interviews slated for someone like, I don't know, Sonny, an up and coming guy? Maybe Trino, who has been doing interviews, or maybe were you just too? I guess you could say your ego was shattered.
Objection.
Uh,
Objection.
excuse
Maybe your
Thank-
ego was
thank you.
shattered when
Strike this from the record.
Pumpernickel was
Morgan,
taking the interviews as well and was actually doing pretty well. Was
Yeah,
your ego
well,
shattered then?
I have no problem with Morgan Pumpernickel. They drink too much and doing all kinds of stuff.
Giving out good interviews, good stories.
If
Good
that's what
lead-ups.
you call it. It was a mess.
And
Johnny,
Anaya man is rolling right now. Not only being a competitor, but also getting these interviews. Man, did we take something into our own hands here? Were you just so
Johnny,
fed
you're
up?
leading,
just
you're
kinda
leading
just-
again.
You went into business for yourself, didn't you?
You've been
Didn't you?
talking to Preston too much. Lucas, I wouldn't answer any more questions till you get.
I'm
Go ahead.
done. You got it. This is an attack on me, who have given everything to this company. Everything. I've done everything that's been asked of me for over a decade, and this is the thanks I get.
I don't know, man. Typically, these birdies don't lie, so I hope you're telling the truth, sir. That's
Now
all I
John's
can
got
say.
his secret sources.
I
Tinfoil hat time.
hope you are telling the truth. That's all I can say. Because who knows? If you're caught, dude, I don't know about the history with the dudes, man.
Whoa, speak for yourself.
Whoa.
Dude.
I can't have a liar on the show.
Are you kidding me?
I can't have a liar on the show.
You ain't triple I.
You're gonna have Eric Reyes on the show, for crying out loud, the biggest liar there is.
I
Twice.
wouldn't say that.
And Preston, you've had on numerous times. And
And we
he's a
know
known
when
liar.
Preston lies, he's talking.
It's a good conversation. They're all good conversations.
Well, then I'm a good conversation as well. I give great analysis. I do what's asked of me. I put in the work.
See, look at this. We have you know, threats of lie detector tests going on, man.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't really defend yourself too well, buddy. Look at this.
No, Sonny.
Oh, maybe. It depends. It depends. We got to see what D'Lo has to say, apparently. Because apparently,
It sounds like it was a big
apparently there's a
misunderstanding.
possibility that I don't know, somebody might have overstepped the boundaries a little
Johnny,
bit.
What are you organizing the pitchforks and
Yeah.
torches here, buddy?
Yeah.
Nope.
It sounds like you're
not-
trying to. You want to get rid of me?
Why would I? I'm trying not to get rid of you. I am finding this hard to believe, Lucas.
Okay.
I am. I am finding this hard to believe because I never thought
could-
someone like
could-
you could
you ever-
possibly
Well-
go into business for.
Well, maybe I didn't, and maybe it was just a big misunderstanding. You ever think that? You
Why
know,
didn't
I
you
take
ask questions? Why didn't you ask questions?
You know, I take my job very seriously, and maybe you're right. Maybe my ego did get a little ahead of myself. Maybe I just
that's a start.
Assume. Maybe
That's
I just
a start.
assumed. But I would never do anything to jeopardize this company, and I would never do anything to jeopardize what I've built for, help build for myself over 15 years. I enjoy doing what I do, and I am going to put an end to this and say that if I did overstep any bounds, it was completely a misunderstanding. But
All right. So this show's about to go off the rails a little bit. The founder needs to see you, sir.
What is happening right now?
What is happening?
All right. Give me 2 seconds here.
I was not dressed for court today.
No, you weren't.
Either was I.
You should always be prepared. I haven't got the blue suit on standby if you need it.
Oh, we both know I won't fit in that jacket, John.
All right. Let's see.
Can't even believe this is happening.
You and me both. I just wanted to bring good journalism back. I didn't mean any harm to anybody, and this is.
You kind of walked into it, dude.
No, I think he was pushed into it.
All right, we'll give
John's the
him
one
a
leading the
minute.
charge.
Give him a minute. I am sorry about that. All right. Well, in the meantime, we'll try and pretend like the owner is not coming on right now. All right. Let's get with Hunter Gray versus Jack McCready.
I mean, I really thought from what we saw with Hunter stalking McCready, I thought McCready was in for it, and he was, and a big part of this. And thank God SOB was out there with him, because they saved him quite a few times in this. And it wound up, it wound up being a count out here, but that's just because Hunter Gray, McCready did not want to get Hunter's hands on him, and they made sure of that. And when they tried to jump Hunter after, well, Lucas, a battle axe says a lot to people rather than yelling at them. And I don't know if I've ever seen any of them run that fast.
Nah, yeah, they look like they were running for their lives. I mean, you see that he looked like Conan, Conan the Barbarian. It was an absolute scary sight. And speaking of scary sights,
hello, sir.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Not too bad.
I just wanted to know if I had the authority to actually talk to Lucas, because from all I heard, it doesn't really matter until I talk to D'Lo. So I wasn't sure if I'd been demoted, or if maybe Lucas got a scoop that I was unaware of, like, that I had been pushed out of my own company or something, and I wasn't allowed to make determinations, or at least give some information. Especially, say I don't have any power whatsoever.
I did not say that.
Say that's the case, just to grant Lucas's argument that it doesn't matter if I bring this to it. I have a pretty decent relationship with Lucas. Well, that might be the direction Lucas is going.
Whoa.
But yeah, no, I did talk to D'Lo today. I was trying to help Lucas out and just kind of give him some kind of heads up. And the reaction was he kind of brushed it off there for a while until Johnny started pressing a little more. and you started to look a little nervous, Lucas. So maybe
I'm a little nervous.
Maybe you can acknowledge that you got a group text, by the way, because I got that same text.
Oof.
You notice there's other phone numbers on there besides yours. And I just called D'Lo. I got no response from you. Didn't even respond to it. Like, aye, Captain, or something. Like, I'm super excited. I'm going to be, I can't wait. You just went, must be me. So, I think D'Lo believed he could just trust you to do, your due diligence as a journalist, which would usually be checking your sources and making sure that you were in fact what he was talking. Because I did. Coastal mentioned it earlier. He said he did say real journalism was returning. The returning part, I could understand why you would think that was you. The best thing to do, though, is to check on that. Because here's what I want to know, Johnny.
Yes.
And who was it supposed to be, if not Lucas? And what happened to that person? You alluded to that earlier. Like, do you have any information for us, Lucas? I guess you'd be a journalist now. Like, did something happen? Did somebody's car break down? You didn't tell anybody? Like,
no. I see a text message. Did I get maybe a little bit?
What did the text message say? Can you repeat word for word what that text message say?
Says, on next week's episode of Charged, real journalism returns.
It didn't say next week's episode of Charged, did it?
It said, well, coming up on Charged. Sorry, let me read.
That's not how you read it, though. So you read it how you wanted to read it. What Charged were they talking about?
I assumed it was this coming up Charged that we just had. Did I put the cart before the horse? Yes.
Yeah. Is that the reason why you were late on commentary in episode 481? Was you were too busy trying to stroke your own ego there for a second?
I just can't get over Coastal's facial expression.
I just don't know what's going on.
You and me both, Coastal.
You know exactly what's going on, Lucas.
I'm like the child when the parents are arguing. I'm just in the corner playing blocks, man.
Here's the deal. Lucas, you kind of jumped the gun on this, right?
Yes. I'll admit that. I'll admit it. But, I take this job very seriously. I do. I think you know that by now. And maybe do I get a little defensive about it? Yeah. But the best of intentions. I always have the best of intentions.
Do you? Was the best of intentions to make sure that you pushed out somebody that might have had an opportunity here?
Who did I push out? I don't even know who it was supposed to be.
You'll find out when D'Lo gets here. All right. Well, I just figured it'd be easier doing this than type it in there because Lucas can very easily ignore what I'm saying when I'm typing it. So this is a lot easier to do. But I'm going to talk to. I was just going to say I'll talk to D'Lo and see if maybe that I can have some authority around here.
You have the authority. You know that.
So then Lucas might listen to me.
Well, like I said, why didn't you even talk to Yade in the first place?
I don't know. He said nothing. I saw that episode and he mentioned something. He's like, oh, next week. I was like, is that the text that we got? And then he talked to Tony about what had happened earlier that day. And I knew that the text was there. And I knew he was on it. So I talked to D'Lo, and D'Lo was very excited about it. He's like, it's going to be great. I'm just trying to get everybody motivated. I'm really trying to make sure that all things RMP are communicated to our fans as effectively as possible. And we were going to talk about when he got here. As you know, unfortunately, D'Lo was not able to come for a few weeks. To the episodes, to RMP. He had some things to take care of. So it didn't quite work out like we'd hoped, but we were going to wait until he was back. But Lucas wasn't going to wait till he was back. He was like, all right, let's do it.
Which is why I posed the question, and you still have yet to answer, sir.
I am telling you, I am not purposely trying to push anyone away. Did I take the text maybe out of context? That is very possible.
You've been talking shit about every journalist that has gone through.
That is true.
Since you have been on that table.
Now let me ask this: Coastal seems like a pretty impartial observer. He's pretty unbiased with this, right? I think you've been trying to call it down the middle with us, right? Mm-hmm. Would
You
you
mean
also?
he's been stroking Lucas's you know what for the past 6 months?
But what I'm trying to get at is, can you, Coastal, as somebody who doesn't have it out for Lucas, that's what I'm looking at.
Fine.
I think Lucas thinks we have it out for him. I think we're just trying to get to the truth, right?
That's all.
That is a true statement. Johnny just said that he mercilessly buries every single other person that does that journalism job.
I don't think he mercilessly buries them. I do believe Lucas has his opinions on the quality of other journalism's work.
So he just buries them then. It's not merciless.
I don't think it's burying.
So talking shit. Like, how would we?
It's called critique. Thank you very much, Coastal.
From commentary when you're supposed to be talking about the action.
Now that I can't defend as somebody that does commentary, Lucas. I can't defend that.
Right. Damn it. All right. Lucas, we'll talk about it at the gym on Tuesday.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
We might have a couple extra sets in your future.
Oh, great.
By the way,
lift with your legs, buddy. Lift with your legs.
No.
By the way, you are currently ranked unemployed among CMA.
Wait, what?
That banner's a little uncalled for, John. It's not unemployed yet.
Hey, the Bears lost, man. That's all I gotta say.
Dude, that's what I was saying. As this was going on, and I saw it
in
at
overtime.
D'Lo ain't gonna be happy when you see him in a couple weeks. I can tell you that. Because D'Lo and I we were talking today. We were hoping for that Denver Bears Super Bowl, and I was like, well, it doesn't look as good for the Broncos after the broken ankle.
I don't mind coming back and winning the 7th
and the phantom pick.
Yeah, it is fun. I don't watch enough football to really have a strong opinion on that stuff, but I did see something about that with the back and forth where they go that you could point to any point in the game where something should have been called, shouldn't have been called. It's just always that last thing towards the end that really stands out, obviously. Like the holding call that wasn't called in the end zone, that would have been a safety that would have ended the game.
That's true.
There's people that are like, if they'd have called that holding call, which was blatant, then not only would the game have been over, but Bo Nix wouldn't have broken his ankle. And you kind of go back and forth with all that. But I've been on both sides of that as a sports fan, as anybody that's ever watched sports. We've been on both sides of the we got screwed and, well, that's what happens, So, but yeah, I don't quite understand that. I was trying to, as I saw it, I was trying to understand how that rule works. Because to me, I was like, yeah, it looks like he caught it and then was down and then it was ripped out. Was it a control thing? Was it a lack of a football move, as they say, which I still don't understand what exactly that means.
Nobody does, Yaden. Nobody does.
They're like, you didn't make a football move. I'm like, what is that? You mean catch the ball?
Right. He was on the ground. I mean, how do you make a football move?
So, because he catches that ball, that's the field goal. Game's over because the Broncos had already had the ball. So, but things kind of land again as they do, and non calls and things. But anyway.
What do you think about Lucas calling Arias? Well, not that one. What do you think about Lucas calling Arias and Sonny a 4 out of 10 for a journalist?
That's just ridiculous, Lucas.
Yeah.
We have a job with the mainstream media for you if that's how you're going to be calling things.
No,
I mean, come on, a 4.
Okay. I'm being a little.
Arias and who else?
I'm being. And Sonny. And Sonny's been talking so much smack. Yeah.
Sonny's brand new. Okay, but you talk smack too. We can't bury you because of it.
You've been talking smack for 8 months, dude.
You guys bury me every episode.
What are you talking about? You're on every episode.
Hello, justice for freaking Slade down there on the bottom. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, that you control, Johnny. That you put on there.
So, but here's the thing.
You're right, because the people want it, dude.
What would you
justice for Slade?
Justice for Slade. I haven't even talked about Slade for like months.
She hasn't been here.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe she was the one that was supposed to be coming back, returning, and you blew that.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe you screwed up her return. But what I was going to say is, where do you get 4 from for Sonny?
Yeah. He's a 4. I don't know what else to
say. Yeah, but why? You gotta have a reason.
What are the reasons for it? Like, what is he doing right? What is he doing wrong?
His inflection, his pacing. Like, I mean, as a guy who has also been a 4 at commentate or at ring announcing, what would you?
Absolutely, I agree with you. He'll get better.
That's a joke, Lucas. You can. I'm picking at you.
I'm
I'm
being
a
I'm
solid
being
4.
I've been very sensitive now.
Okay, what makes him a 4 though?
Okay, I was being a jerk. He's not a 4. Okay, is that what you
What
guys
is he
want to
then?
hear?
No, I want to hear the truth.
Okay,
If
you
you
look at
think
the
he's a 4,
No,
You
it's
haven't been
fair.
telling the truth for the past 20 minutes, Lucas.
You're right,
At least
because
give us something.
I've
Oh,
been very salty.
here's
you
the
want-
thing, Lucas. If you were to say Sonny was a 4, I could almost listen, Lucas. I could almost believe Sonny was a 4 because he's new and you're working him through something. Now I don't think Sonny's a 4,
Right.
but I could buy.
I don't
more
think
than,
he is either. I'm being a jerk.
May I finish? Was this
Yes.
Piers Morgan uncensored? Can I finish what I'm saying? All right.
no, you can't.
Exactly. Let's all start arguing over anything we can. Just, or are we gonna start nodding our head? Really mad.
Loud noises.
Okay, listen. Arias being a 4. I mean, Arias is probably the best ring announcer we've ever had in Rocky Mountain, bro. We've had some good ones. Woody was a good announcer. August Kai back in the day was really good.
No.
Arias is probably the best we've had. Arias being a 4.
I'm being.
Now I know you're just full of shit the whole way.
Yeah. Well, for the last 20 minutes, yes, I've gotten very emotional. I've been feeling under attack, and so I've said a lot of things that are out of
You
character.
didn't mean. So what's Sonny? Is 1 through 10? What's Sonny?
So if I'm being honest and I'm giving an honest opinion, I think Sonny's done a great job actually as a ring announcer. He's from especially over the last few months, he's been great. Honestly, I'd give him a solid 8. He's been a great ring announcer.
Okay, now you're overshooting it because now you feel bad. Let's be honest here.
No, I am being honest.
Doubled his score.
Yes. well, yes.
He's a 4 plus 4. That's what I meant.
Yeah. No,
You better start drinking that water out of that.
He's been really good as of
right
late.
now.
And
Surprised he's just started pounding the water yet. So he can't talk. Just glug, 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 glug.
You guys got me all flustered here. But yeah, and if I'm giving,
If
and
I
of course,
thought he was going to fire me, I'd be flustered too.
And of course, with Arias, Arias is by far the best ring announcer we've had.
So why didn't you say that before?
Because I can't.
And you knew that too, because you've stated, and I quote, Arias is one of the best ring announcers I think RIP has ever had for the past year and a half. And now all of a sudden tonight, he's a 4.
Yeah.
He's a 4.
Well, yeah.
What am I, Lucas? I did some ring announcing. What would I be?
Yeah, it must be a 2, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I don't even want to know my rating then.
We know what Johnny's rating is, though.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right, Lucas. I'll do what I can for you. All right. I feel kind of bad now. Look at him.
Everybody write to D-Lo and request sovereigns for Lucas.
Say, listen, we don't want to lose Lucas. He's stuck around in the difficult times. Lucas said earlier, he's like, I do everything I'm asked. And I was going to say, yeah, and a lot of things you're not asked to do, which is why you're in trouble right now. But he's putting effort in the gym, so I'll see what I can do. I gotta.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
I at least appreciate the fact that you're showing up and working hard. So I'll see what I can do on the journalistic side.
And if
I'll see what I can do with my lack of authority around here. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, because you have no power. Yeah, I know.
No, not here.
Apparently not.
I know we joke about it, but if you really were around here enough, you'd probably go, maybe not. You've been dealing with this long enough with me too. And yes, Swan Christopher was a journalist before he was part of it.
And he was, yes. Absolutely.
So, that was pretty dishonest of you to try to throw that in there to discredit his journalistic ability.
It was. I apologize.
He did the first ever story on us. The first one that was clipped, edited, and did it with Vic Lombardi, and it looked really good.
I remember that. That was actually well done.
Do you? Well, you do now, but you didn't before when you said
I didn't know. Yes, I remember Vic Lombardi doing a story.
Well, then why would you say you were the first? You said I was the second.
Because you know me by now.
Do I, Lucas?
Yes,
do we really know you, Lucas?
You do.
Were you guys done with the episode breakdowns, or
just about? Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let you get back to that completely. But I just wanted to check on this, and I saw these conversations. I wanted to pop in. I wanted to get here before the law office did. I heard Coastal say something about the law office. I'm like, oh, Preston's going to be all over this. So,
yeah, of course, that's my me lawyer.
Yeah, that'll be the next person I hear from. So
Great.
thanks, Lucas.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure John's Preston. Guess what? You guys are
Do you have a direct line to Preston?
probably does
I?
now.
Yeah,
I do.
Oh, see, well, always got to have a lawyer on hand. Notice I didn't say
Always.
good.
Yeah.
Good or bad, it doesn't matter, just as long as you're represented. See,
Well, not if you lose.
I haven't lost anything yet,
Oh,
nor have I done anything yet, but just analyze what we're going over. So,
Has he represented you?
he hasn't had to yet.
All right. Well, good luck if you do.
Yeah.
He might get you banned from title matches forever.
I don't think I'll be going for title matches anytime soon, bud.
Well, that's a good thing. So maybe all right. All right, guys. Well, Lucas, good luck. I guess keep on the journalisming until
maybe I'll just stick to commentary for a little bit. Maybe that might be the best.
Lucas, that's a wise career choice at this point, I think.
Lucas, what would you say before I leave? How would you rate your broadcast partner, Tony Nomad, out of 10?
Oh,
Tony?
Yes.
You know,
Remember the comment not too long ago how you were carrying Tony?
I did.
I think he's in chat too somewhere. He might be watching.
He might be, or not. But he's honestly, Tony's one of the best commentary partners I've had. Probably, and maybe
one of the best that you've had to carry. Is that what you mean?
No,
Is he better than Dean?
Is he better than Dean?
Is he better than KD?
Is he better than me?
Oh no! Nobody's better than Yaden.
Yeah, is he better than Coastal? So he's better than all of us?
Man. I said he's one of them.
He's definitely better than Titus.
Dude, Coastal's defense of you is starting to turn the other direction.
I know. Well,
you're a sinking ship, my friend.
This is not good.
And Coastal can't swim.
This has not been a good night for me. It all started with Bo Nix breaking his ankle last night, and then now it's gotten worse.
What does Bo Nix breaking his ankle have to do with your night?
It made his night worse last night.
Yeah, maybe it just hasn't.
Okay, last night. Okay,
spilled in. It's spilled into today. Yes, it hasn't
we're
gotten
blaming somebody else's broken ankle on you.
I'm not blaming anything. I'm just saying it started with that, and it hasn't gotten any better.
All right.
Oh, we do got a gentleman's bet to talk about too, by the way.
Do what? A what?
A gentleman's bet.
Oh, you guys have a gentleman's bet?
We're about to. I mean, the Broncos are facing New England in the championship, man.
Oh, is it them in New England?
Yeah.
What's the backup quarterback's name?
Jarrett Stidham.
Drafted by the Patriots.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I did see that. Was he pretty? I mean, he was.
Well, I don't think he played a game.
Pretty good. Well, he did. I was reading something. He took over for Brady in one game, threw a pick on the third. It was like 2 or 3, but he had a pick, and then he got traded to
the Raiders.
He took over for Mac Jones.
Okay.
And completed the first 4-13 season. And then we got rid of him, and then we ended up with how was the quarterback last year? Brissett and
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
And then it was Drake May for the second half with no weapons, no line, and then all of a sudden this year you get a decent line, you get a couple weapons, you get some defense, and here we are.
Well, we'll see. I'm curious. I was talking to D'Lo today, and this I don't watch much sports anymore, but I did as a kid. And I said, I don't know, man. Jeff Hostetler was a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be Denver's Jeff Hostetler. He's like, yeah, but I mean that was Jeff Hostetler, and I was like, yeah, but we didn't know Jeff Hostetler was Jeff Hostetler before he did the Jeff Hostetler. Like he was just.
Hey, nobody knew who Tom Brady was till Bledsoe got his chest caved in.
Right.
These things happen. So
I mean, Nick Foles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So
that is true.
So should be interesting. And I was going to say, like I said, I grew up a big Cowboys fan, like huge Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So the one thing I can say about Coastal and I is we never have to stress out during the playoffs because we're usually.
Dude, I say this every year. Thanksgiving is my Super Bowl. It's typically the last meaningful game the Cowboys play. There's lots of food. My family's around. It's a party. Yeah. And we won this year. It was great. We beat the Chiefs.
We haven't been stressed since 1995. So
that's right.
It's been a while.
Just every offseason dealing with Jerry Jones.
Dropped the snap on the field goal.
And Dez caught the ball.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Lucas, Godspeed.
Thank you. I won't be sleeping the next couple nights. Thank you.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah,
All
probably
right,
a good
guys.
idea considering you'll be clanging and banging.
Oh, I love this setup. I got to figure out this. This is great, Johnny. I really do.
Is it?
This it looks great. It looks great on the stream. This is nice to navigate. This is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna look more into it myself.
All righty.
Nice work. It all looks good.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
You
gentlemen.
do the best.
We'll see you.
We'll see ya.
See you
See you.
later, bud.
See you later. All right. That was the founder of Rocky Mountain Pro himself, Mercury Aiden. You okay, Lucas?
I'm all right.
Hey, what did you do, John?
I
What?
didn't do
Why?
anything. I was
Yeah.
just doing his
You
job.
didn't do anything.
You're
You're over here orchestrating it.
Yeah, you're over here making all kinds of text messages, all
Phone
kinds of,
calls.
yeah, and justice
people-
for justice.
People
for
were giving
Slade.
me information, and you weren't
People-
saying anything. So I
people
figured
office
I'd get the
information.
info out to the people. We're trying to be transparent with the rascals over here.
You're now
Oh.
the interim voice of the law office.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think the law office had anything to do with that. Who said I was talking to the law office? You have no proof. I will never give up my
That's Schrodinger's cell
my
phone right
sources.
now. There's no proof you didn't.
What, you want me to show the cell phone?
No,
Yeah.
I'd never tell you to dox yourself.
No, never. Shit.
Can-
I gotta figure out how
Can
to
we
see
finish the review of the show? Can we do that instead of making this all about trying to get me fired?
We're not trying to get you fired. We're just
It's-
trying to get to the bottom of it, Lucas. That's all. We're just trying to get answers.
Well, it seems to me like you got it out for me for some reason, which I haven't done anything wrong. I show up on time. I do what's asked of me. On
And
this
you also shit talk all the other journalists, and you hate everybody that does an interview that's not you, and yada yada yada. And we already know you say that you have to carry Tony every time at the table. So I'm just saying. All right. Main event. We did get this far. 2Dame going up against Dylan Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, this was more of the same of the law office. Preston wasn't there, but Lola's there, and I really thought 2Dame was going to win this. I really did. 2Dame's been on a roll. He's been showing out whenever he's in there. Anderson to the limits, and it took Dylan Anderson with his American Eagle salute right to 2Dames, and then we get a roll up and a win. And I don't know how Dylan Anderson feels good about this, but I don't think Dylan Anderson has feelings, Lucas, so I don't think any of them were hurt.
No, I don't think so. He is he's emotionless at times. He's always got that smile on his face that it just makes you so uneasy. And you know, I was hoping that 2Dame could get a little retribution because the way he lost that title. But it just it wasn't meant to be. Dylan Anderson, he's dangerous, and you just never know what he is capable of. And then the other thing, and what you kind of mentioned it, but Lola's out there just taking the leadership role, right? She's out there. If Preston ain't going to be out there, she's going to make sure that things are running smoothly in the law office. And she's right now, I don't know if any of the other members of the law office really appreciate what Lola has done for them to kind of keep them afloat, because after what happened at No Man's Land, they could have easily just dissolved, and she's still keeping them as a force.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, they ought to start thinking. I mean, they've had some success since Lola's been at the leadership front, and we all saw what happened the last time that Preston was. Telling you, it's the Lola office.
Yeah, Sonny, but you might need to find a new partner there, or I might.
Jeez. Is everything just kind of setting in, dude?
I'll spot him. Don't worry. You're okay. Maybe.
All right. I think that's everything. That's the classic. That's 480. That's 481. We are officially caught up. Boom. All right. We ran a little bit overtime, obviously. We had a
trial in the middle of the damn show.
we had to get some transparency out to the rascals here.
It was a public execution. That wasn't no trial.
Lucas, do we have anything coming up live for RMG?
We not yet. Got a couple more weeks, but we are going back to where we're gonna have 2 shows back to back coming up at the beginning of next month. We will be at Beerstock Lager House, and then the following night we will be at Stanley Marketplace. So stay tuned for more details on that.
All right, yeah. Give me flyers and posters and times and all that stuff, and I can throw them in the stream so I can actually show the posters
We'll
as we go throughout the course of the show. As
So
far
maybe,
as
Johnny, maybe in the 5-minute warning, you could do the posters of the upcoming events.
I don't know how to do that yet. That's actually a good idea. I'm going to see if I can do that. As far as for us, obviously, same time, same place, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. over in the mountain regions next Sunday for more Recharge. We will be going over episode 482, as well as I do believe we should have time to. Well, actually, that's going to be a hell of a rewind. It is an Iron Man match for the Charge Championship, so that's going to be an hour-long.
I think
match.
That's the only match on Charge.
Yeah,
I believe so.
So, I think we'll be able to pull it off. I think we'll be able to do it within 2 hours. So we'll probably watch Doza's final match at NRW/RMP next week during the Iron Man match against Anaya. And other than that, I think that is it. I know my life's going to get screwy in a couple weeks. So going back on second shift is going to be a little different for me sleep-wise. So I don't know how I'll be feeling next week, but we'll see. I think you use something called the brand to show pictures and videos with StreamYard. This isn't StreamYard, so I don't know 100% how we'll be able to do it. But I'm gonna look into it. I think we might be able to pull something out of it, whether it's replacing the Dudes and Belts Recharge logo with the actual poster or something like that, or hopefully there's an option for a slideshow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll dig deep into it. But other than that, folks, I think that is going to wrap everything up. I think I already have everything set up for the raid. We're going to be raiding Gritty. So we're going to start the raid over there now.
Yep. Show my man Gritty some love, guys. He's a good dude.
All right. I think we got that going over there. And I think we should be all set. I got the timer in front of me here. Any last words, boys, before we sign off?
No, I'm kind of speechless after everything that happened.
Well, hey, now you made Yaden a little upset. So good.
I didn't see him live when I went to go click the raid, so I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. If you don't want to go to Gritty, go over to Yaden RMP. That's all I can say at this point. I have to raid somebody.
I'll go say hi to Gritty, and then I'll go over say Yaden. How's that?
Yeah, so everybody go say hi to Gritty, and then come over to. I don't think I can shift the raid. Can I cancel the raid? Shit, it might be too late. I'm out of the picture. I can't. My bad. All right. Go say hi to Gritty and then go over to Yaden RMP, twitch.tv/twitch.tv/RMP. Yaden RMP. All right, boys. 5 seconds. Take care, folks. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next week.
Go Broncos.
Go Pats.